knows what he can get out of it, and he wants to get more out of it. The giver also takes, but he takes in order to give. And the difference is, for example, you have two teachers, right? Each teacher, neither of them has independent means. He has to take a salary. Somebody teaches Jewish education in a Torah school, a yeshiva. Both take a salary, the same salary. One of them is a taker. He's in it because he needs the salary. He's got to eat 3 meals a day. He wants to, so this happens to be the job in which he has been offered, so he does the job. The other one is a giver. He wants to give over the ideas of the Torah to children. That's his life's mission. He sees happiness in that. Every smile a child gives when he learns a word of Torah is for him a joy. He's a giver. He takes the same salary, but there'll be essential differences. The taker, we're looking at his watch, so 5 to 5, whatever it is, yeah, well, I think we have to pack up now, children, yeah, get ready, yeah. And he's off to whatever his interests are. The same teacher who takes the same salary, the giver, he's there because he wants to give, so he'll stay 5 minutes later. He says, well, he sees one child is unhappy. What's the matter? Didn't you understand today? He'll phone up the parents later on at home and he'll discuss with it. He's in it. He's not. Why does he take the salary? Because if he didn't have the salary, he wouldn't be able to go on giving. So his taking is a means to give. His life is giving. The taker, his giving is a means for taking. He gives education, he gives whatever he has to do, otherwise he wouldn't get his money. But what he's interested in is the money, or what he gets for the money. So you have the same person taking the same money, teaching the same children, but there's a world of difference. You understand? That is the point about extending one's imagination to realize that one can break free from this syndrome of taking and getting, and giving for the sake of taking, and being dominated by these constricting ideas of having. Practice is obviously the only way you learn anything. If you want to learn giving, you have to practice giving. Nobody has ever learned the piano, playing the piano, by looking at the piano, by studying the piano, by hearing lectures on a piano. From the greatest experts on piano history and manufacture through the ages, you won't learn to play a piano. You'll only learn to play by practicing. In exactly the same way, you won't learn to become givers without practicing giving. My Rebbe, Rabbi Dessler, Zichron Livrocha, a blessed memory, used to pose a question. That we see that love and giving are very closely related. People in love give to each other. If you love somebody, you give. But which comes first? Does one give because one loves somebody? Or does one love somebody because one gives to that person? I mean, the Torah tells us we have to love everybody. How can one possibly approach such a command? Love. I don't love. What can I do? I don't like you. What can I do? How can the Torah command my affections? I try. I don't like him. Can't stand the sight of him. What can I do? I've got to love. How can a person possibly approach the mitzvah, the commandment of loving somebody? If the love has to come first and the giving later, it's very difficult. But if the giving comes first, and perhaps the giving creates the love, perhaps by practicing giving to a person, you promote love between you. I tell you a story. A person once was walking over a bridge, and he heard a splash. Somebody had thrown himself, a down and out had thrown himself into the river to drown. So this chap takes his coat off, jumps in after him, saves him at the cost of his life. It's a very, very quick current. Schleps him out, drags him out onto the bank, pumps the water out of his lungs, calls an ambulance, takes him to the hospital. Yeah, and goes home. But nevertheless, this rescuer, the next morning, the first thing he's likely to do is to phone up the hospital and ask how the chap is getting on. Why, he's never seen the person in his life. Why is he so interested in him? It would never have entered his mind to find out husband what's the... Why has he suddenly gained an interest in this person? Because he's invested something of himself in him. Exactly. Okay, he's invested, he's sacrificed something for himself. He's got damn wet with her for that chap. And he's probably got a cold into the bargain. So now he's interested in him. He'll bring him flowers, he'll bring him grapes, he'll ask him what was the matter. Why did you do that? Perhaps I can help you. What all of a sudden makes him so interested? Because he sees himself. He's created the life of that person, so to speak. He's brought him back to life. That's the secret. By giving, he's created loving. If you want to foster love among the people around you, foster love in yourself for the people around you, start giving to them. And the first thing you can give is a smile. It doesn't cost very much. It doesn't cost much to give a smile. You know, by that we shake ourselves loose from so much self-interest, so much absorption in ourselves. Why do we scowl? Why are we frowning all the time? Because we're so interested in what's happening to us. A smile means we're opening out to people around us. The Torah demands a smile. In the Ethics of the Fathers, in the first chapter, the name of Shammai, that strict disciplinarian of the sages of the Mishnah, you know, the colleague and opponent of Hillel, the loving, mild and meek Hillel, his strict disciplinarian opponent Shammai says, one of his life sayings, which are recorded in the Ethics of the Fathers, receive everybody, every human being, with a pleasant expression. Every makabel as kol ha'odom b'seva ponim yofos. Everybody, every human being. Because this is a revolutionary change in attitude. That means I'm taking account another human being has entered my sphere of activity. I must try and make him happy. Why should he see a frown? He's entitled to see a smile on my face. And if not, I'm robbing him of his due. This is the discipline of the Torah. I don't feel like smiling. What can I do? There are many things you don't feel like. And the Torah says you can change your feeling. We are Tselem Elohim. We are in control. Our minds can control our feelings. Therefore, feeling or no feeling, we show him a smile. Not play acting. Play acting won't hurt. Twitching your face to make a smile is not the slightest good. We have to exercise our imagination and feel, now how would I feel like if I entered a room and the person was too self-centered to take the slightest notice of me? Would I like it? But why should I hear him? Why should he be any different to me? That's how you exercise your imagination and create freedom within yourself, openness to the other person. This is Torah ethics. This is living Judaism. We have to exercise our imagination too into seeing how far a person can reach by working on these methods of changing one's personality. If we see the upper reaches, we've seen the lower reaches, we've seen that a person has a spark. Everybody, the worst of us, has a spark of chesed, of love, of kindness, of affection, which can be developed. How